what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time for a Group 3 race on Gran Turismo Sports, so it's time to go back onto Road Track B on Sardenga, and this is going to get pretty challenging to get better. So this is going to be where I have to do one very challenging to be able to get started. So looks like this is going to have to take a lot of more speed and a lot more cornerings to be able to deal with the downhill and uphill turns. Is going to be going fast and going tougher that this is going to be able to take. So right now I'll just have to be able to use the Porsche 911 RSR with a Winx Club library, and now let's get ready to take the test to be able to take started for one top race that this one might goes better to take the chance to be prepared. Well, guess that this is going to be pretty intense since the last race just definitely took for the first time. So maybe let's just gonna have to go for the second time, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better if this is going to be able to take plenty more chances to be able to reach up for the driver rating. But things can always get intense, but it gets pretty harder that we might be able to find a way to do much inside turns. Is going to be able to do a lot better. So everything is going to be able to have the balance of performance to be set up and good to go. So looks like this is going to be able to do a lot more turns to be able to get ready. So let's see how it will work, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better since on the reverse course on the manufacturer series. So it gets going to be able to do a lot better that this is going to be able to take plenty more inside turns that this is going to be able to take. So just going to be able to make sure we should definitely might need to do a lot of practice that we should probably able to keep up. Now looks like the first turn on the forward course is going to be very tougher, so we should definitely might be able to be very careful because it gets plenty of intense turns. So we just definitely might be able to work hard to be able to get better. Alright, now just gonna be able to do a similar ways that this is going to be able to take plenty more turns to be able to go, but it gets harder to be able to do the inside turns whenever you're going to have to do the apex that this is going to be able to take. It gets pretty harder that this is going to be able to do a little downhill, uphill racing tactics that this is going to be able to take plenty more speed that this is going to be able to come close. But sometimes collisions might be able to have to come occur because whenever we have to be able to avoid the hazard, because it gets pretty harder that we just definitely might be able to brace ourselves. Okay, just gonna have to take much more turns, and then this is gonna get very partially that this is gonna be able to do a lot of obstacle course that this is gonna be able to take. Okay, looks like giving 5 minutes of time until this is gonna be able to do a lot better, that this is gonna be able to have a lot more speed to be able to have to get everything going. So maybe this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to reach for every 1 minute and 25 seconds, that this is going to be able to take a lot more practice. Okay, that should be better, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit, half amount of it, but it will always be very careful, try not to get caught up on the sand trap. That could be able to slow down whenever it's going to be able to have to go again, because it is pretty hard that this is going to be able to take plenty more turns, that this is going to be able to deal with any obstacles that this is going to be coming in. Okay, just going to have to take it nice and slow, but it needs to be able to take. So do your best that this is going to be a tough race, so we could probably able to be prepared for anything, because it gets harder and better, so it's going to be able to take plenty more terrain, that this might be able to take plenty more turns that this is going to be able to take for it, because everything will also to provide a better circuit experience, that this is going to be able to do a lot of technique corner skills that this is going to be able to take. But sometimes that inside turns, whenever you see the apex, that could give easy ways to be able to help out, that this one might come perfectly to be able to have a good improved time. That should do it. So 1 minute and 24.988 seconds. That should probably be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to keep up. Okay, now let's just gonna have to go for another clean lap. that this is going to be able to take, because it gets very better, and then this wheel might be able to do plenty more turns that this is going to be able to hold out for. Okay, so giving a 1 second gap is going to be needed for it, because it is going to be able to do a lot of harder that this is going to be able to get. Alright, perfect turn and keep it coming. And this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to keep up. This will might help very perfectly to be able to give a charm wheel might be able to take. Alright, there you go. This is going to be perfect. One good perfect turn, and then this is going to be able to take plenty more direction guidelines that this is going to be able to come in for. Okay, just going to have 2 second gap needed, and this is going to be nearly closer, so this will might do a lot better. Okay, 1 minute and 23 seconds. Just going to have to take one more lap of the practice, and then this is going to be good to go until this will might join in session of the race, and this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this will might have come closer and better, that this is going to be able to take tough corners that we have to be able to be prepared for a one tough race. Okay, now getting a little bit closer to the ghost, and now this is going to be able to do a lot of clear separate ways that this is going to be able to take the approach. Oh man. Just going to have to be able to hold the brakes and then try to be able to make one good attempt recovery. So just going to have to check the seat, and this is going to be very much possible that we just definitely might be able to avoid any hazards that this is going to be able to coming in for. Whenever there's a mistake, we just definitely might be able to pull the brakes in case of emergency, because this is going to be one tough race that we might be able to be prepared while racing on Road Track B on Sardenga is going to get pretty tougher and harder, that we need to be able to be very much careful not to do any spin outs. Okay, so looks like that should be it for the 4th lap practice, and now this is going to be able to have a 30-second practice warm-up until this one might get ready. But this wheel might be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to do a lot more practice to be able to keep it going. So it's going to be able to do much skills to be able to take. Okay, just going to have enough time until this is going to be able to do a lot of corner skills, that this is going to be able to do it. Okay, very good. That will be easier to be able to make it to improve. Alright, here we go. Let's join in session and see how it happens, because this is going to be one good chance to be able to get ready. So looks like so close, so far enough, and this is going to be very harder to be able to reach up for 1 minute and 20 seconds. That could get pretty tough, that this wheel might need to have a lot of work, folks. This wheel might need to have a lot of work until this is going to be able to get ready. So it gets pretty tougher, so we might be able to have to be prepared for one tough race to be able to get ready. But it gets pretty intense, that having tough turns like the outside turns is going to be very partially rough. So we might be able to have to be ready to find a way to be able to make a good clean race, that this is going to be able to go in. Okay, let's go and get ready to have a warm-up race, and then this is going to be able to start out in last place again since the last time. But maybe this is going to be able to do a lot better if things that this is going to be able to work harder and keep up, and then just kind of to find a way, a good racing strategy that this is going to be able to come in. But it needs to be able to have to take a few consecutive turns, but it gets pretty harder, that this is going to be able to do much of a speed and get everything better. Okay, just going to have one good prep turns until this one might get ready for a 15 lap race. I hope this Porsche 911 RSR Winx Club livery is definitely might be able to give a good chance to be able to race Magical to win, but it is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to deal with tough obstacle corners that this is going to be able to take. Alright, here we go. This is going to be a one tough race to be able to get started. This could be the challenge for this library, and this might do a lot better that this is going to be able to keep it going. So after this race, this is going to be able to do a lot more practice to be able to beat the lap time for 1 minute and 20 seconds is going to be the hardest challenge that we should ever get. Now, looks like everybody is good to go, and now let's get ready until the rolling start wheel might be prepared. But this is going to be one tough Group 3 race that this wheel might be able to take. Alright, going on the rolling start, and now this is going to be able to have the last corner. We'll be able to take the last request. Now, this is going to be able to take a good rolling start, and then here we go. Let this be a one tough race to be able to go in and go hard, and then this is going to be able to do a lot of faster ways to go. Alright, that was pretty close enough, and then let's keep going, and then this is going to be able to do a lot more rush to be able to keep it up. Now, it gets pretty harder that we just definitely might be able to brace ourselves, because this is going to get pretty harder to get. Whoa. Okay, sometimes that whenever there might be having a hard mistakes, best way is to be very much careful, because looks like this is going to be a hard collision that this is going to be able to keep coming on for. Alright, looks like things about to be in the clear, and now this is going to be able to do much closer edge that this is going to be able to survive this race. Okay, just keep coming down, and nope, don't want to do any spin outs, because this is going to be pretty hard that we need to be very much careful to do it. But I mean, this is a huge tough race that we might be able to be careful, but it gets reckless, but we just definitely might be able to avoid it. Now, looks like it is going to be pretty tougher that this is going to be one intense race. Well, it gets harder and better, but it needs to be able to slow down. Oh boy, looks like a penalty has been occurred for 3 seconds. Let's just gonna make sure that half the hazard lights will be needed to be able to use the touch pattern in case, because this is going to be able to do much of it, because that could be pretty hard that this is going to be able to do a lot of risk of having this race that this is going to be able to coming in. Okay, looks like this is going to be do a lot better, but it gets pretty harder that many GT players who really try to be able to have a good Group 3 race for having a good clean race that this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like this is going to be able to force in to be able to go onto the penalty line, so just going to have to be able to make sure to be prepared, but it gets plenty more distance to be able to come in for, but it will cost for amount of gaps, because this is going to be able to have to get ready. Hazard lights on, and now let's just going to have to be able to go onto the uphill section, and then this is going to get pretty risky that this is going to be able to take. Okay. One car passed. Now, let's continue on. Now, this is going to be able to give a good spell effect that this is definitely might be able to have to do in case, and then this is going to be able to have to keep it going. So, looks like onto 10th place, and then this race is about to get continued on for. Let this magic moment of this Porsche, and then this is going to be able to keep on racing. Will might be able to get it in for. Okay, looks like this is going to be about to continuing on for this distance, and then this will might be able to do more inside turns. Will might get everything help out that this is going to be able to take. Okay, go back on that part, and then this is going to be able to have to take the downhill approach. It's going to be able to do a lot of more improved turns. Is going to be able to go faster as possible, but it gets pretty harder that this is going to be able to do much more caution ways that this might be able to have to do a lot better. Okay, let's take that turn, and then this is going to be able to take much more inside turns. Let's go. There it goes again. Looks like this is definitely might be able to have to be much careful to be able to get caught up on the sand trap to be able to slow down, and otherwise causes a spin out that this is definitely might be able to avoid. Okay, looks like back in 9th place. Now let's continuing on, and then this is going to be able to take the long ropes of the struggle, and this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to get, because I hope that this is going to be a tough challenge for this race, but we just definitely might be able to overcome it. Every race might be able to overcome with a new track. It is going to be very difficult that we must be able to conquer it, because that could be the new kind of a time attack race that this might be prepared. So it gets pretty harder and faster that this is going to be able to do whatever it takes. Okay, let's just gonna have to take that downhill turn. We'll go faster and increase its speed, and this is going to be able to do a lot more ways to do quicker. Alright, that's better, and now this is going to be able to have a safe race that this is going to be able to come in. Now, looks like this will be ready to go, and now this one might fall up and keep everything straightened up, and this is going to be able to do a lot better. Alright, that should have a good clear last corner turn, and now looks like this is going to be able to keep in track of the lap time. Okay, looks like 60% of fuel left remaining. This one might do a lot better. Okay, that should do it. Just keep going on that apex, and this will be safer that this is going to be able to come approach. Alright, very good. Just keep going, and then this is going to be a good clean race that this is going to be able to keep coming in. Keep going faster and better, and this might be able to take the uphill turn. Might go smoothing up and get everything better. Nope. Okay, looks like this is going to be very closer, but this is going to be able to do a lot more speed to be able to keep it coming. Okay, looks like I'm on a 5-second gap distance ahead. Just gonna have to check on the sub-gap distance. Is gonna be able to do a lot better. But gets a little bit separate, but it gets pretty harder that we should just definitely might be able to be prepared whenever there's another collision occur. Okay, there it goes. Looks like he's definitely might be able to attempt to recover it. Okay, this is definitely pretty safer, but this is going to be able to take much more distance to be able to keep going up ahead, because this is going to get pretty intense for this race. This might be prepared for one good course of a run, and this is going to be able to take. Alright, looks like one of them is in the pits, and this is going to be going on, and then this is going to be able to have different tires changes that this is going to be needs to have everything going. Okay, looks like Brazilian Racer is on the behind position. Now, this is going to be going a lot better that this is going to be able to take. Okay, he's going on a different lane, and then he's about to press on for one clear turn. Okay, looks like a few other Brazilian racers are definitely might be keeping up and keep faster, and then this is going to be able to do plenty more skills to get. Alright, this is going to be able to take the downhill, and then here comes coming back onto the uphill corner section, and then this is going to be giving the risk. Okay, looks like don't lose your grip, just keep it going. This is definitely might be important for having a good race. Just gonna have to give one good grab the back by performing a magic spell on it. Okay, give yourself some time. This is definitely important for having a good race to be able to keep it coming. Okay, looks like stay on track, and this is going to be very partially that this is going to be giving you one tough challenge that this is going to be able to have to take a lot of race to endure. Alright, this is going to be going downhill and just going to have to keep a lot more distance to come. But I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot of the amount of fuel left to go. But it gets a little bit possible that this is going to be needs to take. Okay, looks like gonna have to keep in track of the fuel on any other opponents who really needs to go into the pit stop. That will be much possible that this is going to be able to do a lot more recommend strategies that this is going to be able to take. Okay, looks like getting a little bit left behind. Just gonna have to keep up, so it's gonna be able to do a lot better that this will might be able to take more distance to come. Whoa, looks like that was so close. Kind of say that this is gonna be able to have to take a lot of SR to be able to avoid it, but this may come for a little racing danger close. Alright, so looks like 25% amount of the fuel left remaining a while ago, and then this is going to be able to take plenty more lap distance to be able to catch up on it. I hope this is definitely might be able to lose any hope to be able to get. So looks like on the 5th place run, and then this is going to be able to take many more distance to come. Oh man. Yeah, looks like back onto 8th place and also 9th place that this is going to be able to be much careful. Alright, so looks like this is going to be able to do a lot better that this is time to go into the pits. Just going to be able to go over there. Alright, let's go then, and now this is going to be able to go in for it. Get the crew ready in until this one might be able to have to get ready. I hope this is going to be able to have to take a lot of duration time that this one might come in for it. Okay, that should do it. Just going to wait for the diamond mark to be able to go in, to be able to stop refueling, and then here we go, let's get back in. This is going to be able to take a lot of catching up to do, so back onto 14th place that this wheel mic comes in. So it's going to be able to take much more challenging racing to do, so this is going to be able to take plenty more ways that this will might need to keep up for this race to be able to have a one driver rating that this is going to be able to take a little bit decreased effect that this is going to be able to come for. Now, looks like things about to get plenty more spin outs that we just definitely saw it, and then we're just going to be able to be much careful. Okay, let's just going to keep going, and then this is going to be take a lot more speeding chance to get. Alright, there you go. This is going to be able to do a little bit uphill tactics to be able to coming in by taking consecutive turns to go fast. This will might come back on any current positions whenever I want. This is going to get very harder and faster to take. Alright, now go again to be able to take much slipstream. Will might take the chance to go. Okay, looks like one of them coming out of the pits. Just going to be very precisely cautioned. Okay, just keep going. This is going to be able to do much tougher ways to be able to keep it coming. Only 4 more laps to go. Okay, looks like just definitely might be able to take the left switch to be able to turn on. Almost there. This is going to get everything a lot more chances to be able to get going. Okay, looks like taking a lot of hard turns that this is going to get very slided that this is going to might need to take. Okay, looks like this is going to get very safety risk that this is going to be able to take, but it gets pretty harder to get. Okay, looks like lap 12. This one might get better and closer, so it looks like just going to have to do a lot more ways that this is going to be able to have to get everything going on to get. Okay, here we go. This is going to be able to take that inside turn. It is going to be going smoother and better. Now in 12. Now this is going to be able to take a lot of catching up to do. It gets pretty stronger that this is going to be able to take one tough race that this one might comes in. Alright, that should do it. Now, this is going to get pretty more ways that this is going to be able to take any moment whenever each opponents are definitely might be able to keep up to be able to stay on the tarmac of the track that this is going to be able to come in for, because good thing that taking one pit stop, this will might do the chance, and then this is going to be able to do a lot of harder challenge that us as GT players that this will might be able to take plenty more distance to be able to keep up, but this is going to be a one tough competition race that this is going to be a one moment that this will might have enough duration time that this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like 13 lap is definitely going nearly closer, so this is going to be able to have to take 2 more laps to go. But this is going to be able to do a lot harder, that this is going to be able to take a lot more speed. Okay, keep coming downhill. This is going to be able to take that sub-gap distance to be needed in for, so it looks like getting a lot of catching up distance to do. Okay, looks like getting closer. Just gonna have to take one attempted turn, and then this is gonna be able to do a lot of improved ways to be able to get better. Take that slipstream, Will might be able to increase its speed. Almost. Looks like this is gonna be able to have to take one more lap, and this should probably do it. Okay, looks like still putting up the hazard lights on the left side, and then this is going to be able to keep coming in on the directional lines to be able to have to get everything going. Right turn smoothly in, coming down. Hope this daily workout distance for only one segment, that this is going to be able to take a one tough race that we should probably be able to take, but it gets a lot of risk that we might be able to be very careful while we race, because that could be able to have to do much better ways to be able to keep in track whenever there's a yellow flag called in by the signal. But this is going to get very harder, that this will might have apex turns, will might take the advantage, will might be able to get safely as possible. Okay, looks like getting a little bit closer, so this is going to be able to take. Okay, looks like almost running out of fuel anytime soon, so this is the only chance to be able to go for a final lap, and let's do it. This is going to be able to have a very good Group 3 race, that this is going to be able to take much chance of it. Oh man, don't lose it. Still got a lot of chances to take, but 12th place is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to take a lot of grip, that this is going to be able to keep holding on for. So it may cost for a few gap distance, so looks like 1 second behind it's going to be able to have to take. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to have to take a minute lap, and then this is going to be able to hurry up, because this race is about to be over soon, so this is going to be able to do short moments that this is going to be able to take. Okay, going uphill to do one more time, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better race that this is going to be able to take. So it looks like this is going to be over in 30 seconds, so this is going to be able to have to do a lot of catching up to do, and then this is going to be able to take one more stretch. Okay, 15 seconds. This should probably do, just keep it going, and now looks like here we go, and then that was a race well done finish. It was all the hard work of racing that this is going to be able to take a lot more risk to get. But it gets pretty harder and pretty better, so this is going to be able to do a lot more speed to be able to get. Alright, so looks like 12th place is definitely might be coming in for a good result, so 8th position has been definitely raced up, so let's see how the driver rating might be able to give a good check on it. So a little bit come in to be able to happen for it, so it might be able to do a lot better for now. Taking a lot of perfection racing is definitely a tough challenge that we should definitely might need to get. Alright, looks like daily workout is finally finished, and then this is going to be able to have plenty more skill racing for it. So, good thing that Brazilian racers in this section of the lobby, and this is definitely might be very good to have a race well done. Good race, you guys. That was a very good race that this might do a lot better. Now, let's see which vehicle should I choose for today's daily workout complete. So, this is going to be a 1% chance that this is going to be able to have a very good historic race car, has definitely might be given the chance to see it. Okay, looks like another Volkswagen Golf, so it might be able to get a better rare historic race car next time for it. So this will be add to the garage, and then this is definitely might be pretty good to go until this is going to be able to have to do plenty more skills to be able to keep it coming. Now, good thing that this is definitely a most hardest challenge to be able to be prepared for one Sardenga Road Track B to be able to take. So, a single Winx Club livery like the Porsche 911 RSR livery design is definitely might be pretty challenging. That this is going to be able to do a lot of inside turns is definitely might be work perfectly for it. So, good thing that this is going to be a most toughest challenge to be prepared. So, we just definitely might be able to have to get everything started. So, this is going to get harder for the downhill turns and uphill turns is going to be able to come in for it. But this is going to get everything needed to be able to take a lot more practice to get. Well folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for reaching up 100 subscriber goals. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.